Hello and thank you for stopping by a special edition of the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. I am Thomas Metal 75 and this is your Massachusetts Beer Reviews, and today I'm going to review only some of it. I'm going to cap the rest until football and The Walking Dead. But this is the barrel-aged series version of the Yeti Imperial Stout. Stout aged on whiskey barrels. And they come from Great Divide Brewery out of the state of Colorado. Denver, Colorado. 2015's version. It is a pint. It's 750 milliliter bottle. And it's 12.5% alcohol by volume. And I dedicate this video review tonight to Chris Gifford and Kelly, now Gifford. Kelly Flaherty, now Kelly Gifford. Happy wedding day to you on this day, which is November 22nd, 2016. I did gift Chris Gifford a 750 milliliter bottle of Sierra Nevada's barrel-aged Bigfoot with a La Gloria Cubana cigar. And I dedicate, again, this video to the both of you. May you have great beers and more times together. I know you guys personally from being in the Rhode Island and the Massachusetts metal scene. I've seen you guys forever. You guys have been nothing but great friends and great people to hang out with at shows and at parties and wherever, so I want to dedicate my review especially towards you. There's the cap. Actually, not a cork and cage, which I'm slightly glad about. Came off with zero effort. Zero. I can already smell the beer. A little bit of smoke. I wish to not pour a lot due to the fact that it's 12.5%. But what I'm getting out of its appearance is zero head. And what's there for a head, if anything, even though I said zero, is a little bit of a rim of some tan colors. Lots and lots of alcohol legs. Dark with ever so slightly tinges of ruby red, but it's pretty dark as night. With some alcohol legs at 12.5 that are sticking. Look at my nose inside of the bourbon barrel-aged Yeti. Yo. Chris? Kelly? Yeah. You're getting all those bourbon notes. Big fudge. Big chocolate notes. Vanilla. Big alcohol notes. It just feels like a warming beer that you want to have right by the fireplace. Right by the campsite in the fall time. A dessert smelling beer. Really sweet, really boozy. Chocolate, vanilla, bourbon notes. 12.5% is in the nose. Let's see what the bourbon barrel aged 2015's version of the Yeti brings to the table. Cheers! Happy wedding day to you both, Chris and Kelly Gifford. And this is coming right out of a refrigerator, so it's not as warm as an Imperial Stout may be required to be. But regardless of that fact, the first note that I'm getting is chocolate. There's a gigantic burst of chocolate, and then a bourbon barreled note. I unfortunately don't know what kind of bourbon barrels they use, or from what bourbon was in the barrels. But they use a bourbon barrel for this beer. So I'm getting chocolate and bourbon barrel influenced notes. I am getting 12.5%, although it's not burning going down. I'm getting that syrupy, sweet, alcoholic mouthfeel to it. And I'm getting lots of dark molasses type notes, for sure. It's a big, thick, sticky, sweet beer, as one would imagine. You could certainly share this on somebody's wedding day that loves craft beer and do just fine with the toast on this one. I think I would be honored to be toasted at a wedding, at my own wedding, with this beer, although not talking about getting married anytime soon here. So yeah, it's just really big, at the temperature out of the refrigerator, it's just really big, fudgy, 12.5% bourbon, chocolate, those coconut, vanilla type notes in there. It's a little bit of a dark fruited quality, but the 12.5% is showing through in the beer, but it's not anywhere in an overly boozy, feel overall. It doesn't burn when it goes down. You can totally feel once you swallow the beer that it's got 12.5, and you can tell that there's a heft to the beer. It doesn't burn. It's not unpleasant for what it is. I like the original Yeti the few times that I've had it. And this one's all about these chocolate, bourbon, coconut notes to me. Obviously, it's very dark roasted. It is not meant to be crisp or clean or refreshing. Sip this one, celebrate an occasion. I'm going to pop the cap and I'm going to cork my cap, I should say, and save it until tomorrow with some football and whatever food I can muster up, if it wants to be saved. There it goes. And what would I give the bourbon barrel-aged Yeti? It's an intense mouthfeel. It's definitely got the 12.5%, and it was bottled October 6th, 2015. It's over a year old. And again, it's got the intense mouthfeel, 12.5. It's got a really awesome chocolate and bourbon, vanilla, coconut barrel aged feel. It's not so hot heat in your mouth that it's unpleasant to drink, although you'll want to sip this one and take your time with it, as I'm going to do. And I'm going to give it, for what it is, in A range for it being a Imperial Stout. It's still a beer I wouldn't necessarily gravitate towards, just because it's hot. It's not hot, but just because of its 12.5 presence isn't all that well masked. It's still a challenge to drink something like this. Although I am enjoying it, it is going to be slightly a challenge at 12.5, but as strange as it sounds, Kelly and Chris, it is easy enough to drink. I know it's kind of hard to imagine that, but take your favorite whiskey or your favorite mixed drink that has higher than 12.5%, and to say that that's easy to drink is the same that I'm trying to explain here, but it still has a higher presence. It's definitely a dark baker's chocolate and bourbon. If you like that, boom. Barrel aged Yeti is for you. I'm going to give the Barrel Aged Yeti an A for what it is, and I'm going to give it a high B+ for my own personal preferences. I like a much smoother, easier drinking beer than this. I have no problem in drinking a beer like this on special occasions, nor do I dislike drinking these kind of beers. So, I wish you guys the best. Cheers, and I hope you have a great life together. And until next time, you both keep drinking those great beers. Cheers. I want to see you soon. Let's do it. Cheers.